Hey, what's up, guys? This is Alex. This is part two of my Why I Love Avatar video. So the question that I was touching upon before YouTube made me cut it off was, who is my favorite character in Avatar? And as I said before, it's a tricky question because it really deals with two facets of myself personally. Because Aang is the main character in the series, and because Aang goes through the biggest transformation throughout the series, personally, I like Aang. Aang is amazing to me. Aang has the will to do it. He's fun loving. He just has a great time with everything that he does, and he has a strong sense of honor, which really appeals to me personally. So Aang is my favorite character. My second favorite character is I'm actually gonna go against the grain. Most of you are probably like, "Oh, he's gonna say Zuko." Okay, how predictable. Actually, that's not true. Actually, my second favorite person in Avatar, it's definitely Azula. Azula is definitely my second favorite person in Avatar. She is just ruthless. I mean, ruthless to the T. Like she does not care if you're family. She doesn't care if you're your father. She will take you out if she has to. And I personally just found that very not striking at all. It wasn't even weird. It was just like, wow, this is really cool. Like I've seen people like these in movies, but seeing it in a cartoon, that's pretty awesome. So to me, that was awesome to me. So Azula is definitely my second favorite character. Her ability to firebend really set her apart from so many different people. Even her father called her a prodigy, and even Ozai, when he was growing up, couldn't bend blue fire. And for you guys who know, blue fire is actually the hottest fire. That can actually white fire is the hottest, but blue fire is right next to it. So it's definitely a very cool thing that they put in, showing how powerful she was. But at the same time, she had issues of her own. She had internal issues that she had to deal with. So I found that to be very awesome as well. The contradiction and the the not comparison, but the war that she had to fight within herself, and that the war that she ultimately lost, which was awesome to see on film. I mean, you could see her go through. Okay, here is I'm loyal to father. Then here I'm going after Zuko. Then here she gets betrayed by Ty Lee in May, and then here she goes completely off the deep end. I mean, she gets rid of all the Imperial Firebenders, gets rid of all of her bodyguards, and she tells Lo and Lee to fight Agni Kai, even though she knew before that they weren't firebenders at all, since they taught her how to firebend, which is interesting because it's like you had to have lost it if you forgot that your teachers who taught you how to firebend couldn't firebend themselves. So I just found that interesting. So, um, but to cut that short before I ramble on about Avatar, Aang and Azula, my two favorite characters. Okay, next question. Who do you not like in Avatar? Um, I like everyone in Avatar, really. It's not someone I dislike. It's sometimes the person that doesn't uh, stick with the storyline, kind of. Well, not that. It's just that I don't get with them as well. One person who I don't like as much is actually Suki. I like Suki. I like her as Sokka's a girl, but personally, I would have much rather seen him be with Yue. Um, they worked very well. Sokka and Yue, they had an immediate connection. Now, I'm not saying Sokka and Suki didn't have a connection at all, but I definitely would have liked to see him with Yue instead of Suki. So Suki probably is my least favorite of all the people. Next would have to just be of the main gang, nobody. I mean, I love Toph. You can't go wrong with Toph. After Aang and Azula, Toph is my next favorite. And then it's Katara, and then it's Sokka. But yeah, Suki. I'd have to go with Suki if I have to answer the question. All right, next question. Okay, all right. So the question is asking, why did I like Avatar: The Last Airbender instead of shows like Naruto or Dragon Ball Z. I touched upon that earlier. I actually love Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z was the first major series that I watched besides Famous Jet Jackson. But the reason that I like Avatar more than say Naruto is just because Naruto, if you miss a couple episodes, like 3 or 4 episodes, you miss a lot, and you miss a lot, you're behind on the storyline. Like personally, before I bought the seasons of Naruto, I had missed almost 15 to 20 episodes. I didn't even know it. So I was so far behind everybody else that I was just like, wow, it's kind of annoying that I'm so far behind. I was glad to watch the episodes, but I was very annoyed that I was so far behind them all. So that's the reason. Dragon Ball Z, you really can miss multiple episodes because there's a lot of filler episodes in between the big things. But I did have to go. I still love Avatar. Avatar is definitely right there on par with Dragon Ball Z. So to answer that question, for Naruto, that's the reason. For Dragon Ball Z, there really isn't. They're actually tied. Okay, so all right. Next question's asking, if you could be any type of vendor, what would you be? All right. This is the easiest one that anyone could have asked me. I am a earthbender to the T. I practice martial arts. I practice Krav Maga, so I'm very familiar with all of the fighting styles. Air bending, which is Bakwa, which is the motion with circles, circular movement. It's very defensive. It's a very tough type of martial arts to break. Earth bending, which is I'm sorry, fire bending, which is Northern Shaolin Kung Fu. Very forceful, very offensive, little defense, very vicious, kind of striking, kicking, and punching. Quick movements. Waterbending, Tai Chi, a lot of you heard of that. Tai Chi, waterbending, using your opponent's force and momentum against him. That is Tai Chi. And then earthbending, which is what I am, is I'm going to forget it right now. I know I am because I'm on the spot. But it is, I'll think of it. But I am an earthbender personally. So earthbending, definitely earthbending for the win. Earthbending all day. So that is my next one. I'm gonna have to finish this. Sorry guys, I'm gonna finish this in the third video because this is just getting live. A lot of questions I have to finish up. All right guys, so see you in part 3.